Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to round 3 of the East Coast V8 series. Welcome NATO, welcome Mark. Sorry about the hiccups there, boys. I'm on a new PC and I'm learning my race again.
That's all good.
Kind of feel like I've got my L plates again back on.
We'll just call it a few teething issues, we will.
Yes.
Getting used to the new present.
Yes. And hello, Mr. Anthony, out there watching, already telling me I've buggered it up. It's always great when the boss is the first one on the wire. Yes. How are you, Mark? How are you going?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks, John. Good to be here. There's always technical dramas with new equipment, so no reason why you should be immune to it.
True, very true. And I have a big shout out. As he's all watching at the moment, so we've got a few people online already. So big shout out to Stewie. We might very quickly have a look at the track as we've only got a couple of minutes left. So we're racing the Daytona road circuit tonight. So we start on the traditional tri-oval start-finish straight, and we come into turn 1 into turn 2 as we come into the inner circuit and through the international horseshoe on turn 3, and then through the fast-flowing turn 4 into the tight, windy turn 5, turn 6. Coming out of turn 6, it's a very bumpy, tricky part of the circuit as we come back onto the oval. And then we go around traditionally turn 2 and 3 onto the back straight where we go into the bus stop, which is another very fast-flowing, tricky part of the circuit. And then from the bus stop, we come round again through turns 3, 4 and 5 and back onto the tri-oval in the front to finish. Very fast-flowing track. Very, very tricky to drive on because slipstreaming will be everything tonight.
Yes, you're certainly not wrong there, Johnny. It's a very patient and flowing track. As soon as you start going a bit too quick into anything, it bites you, or if you get too excited on that accelerator, it bites you on the way out, it does.
That's right, and turn 1 is a very tricky turn to enter as you're coming across the start-finish straight on approximately 300 kilometres an hour, which makes it rather tricky to get yourself lined up into. Of course, turn 3 as well is another one that's tricky to get pulled up into. And then, of course, the bus stop, you got to get that spot on. A lot of guys think they can pass coming into the bus stop. You're looking at the reliability of the guy beside you to see if you can get away with that.
Yeah, it's a lot of trust in your opponent to be able to do that and get away with that, and a lot of trust in yourself too. So
that's exactly right. And, of course, Nathan, you're actually in the car and track at the moment.
Yes, there's a very good reason why all that I was saying just then feels very relatable, because that's what I'm trying to iron out right now before our 300k race.
It's good to see Nath back on track in the Peta's livery.
Yes, it's certainly certainly been a great livery done up again by yourself there, Johnny. I'm not going to lie, I'm quite happy about it, but no, I'm happy I'm able to actually race around and put this little bunged up pinky to good use.
Oh, that's good, mate. So, Corey McFarlane and Blake Warboys have 1-2 on the practice board at the moment. They're also 1-2 in qualifying. You got any tips for this circuit, Mark?
Yeah, this circuit is it's a lot of fun to drive. Every corner requires a big brake application, pre-corner. And then there's a lot of lateral load on the car each corner, so tyre degradation's pretty high, and then you throw the banking in on it. It really keeps you on your toes the whole way around here. And you lose the draft, you can drop a lot of time quickly and fall into the clutches of the group behind. So it's really important to maintain position and try and maintain the draft as much as possible around here. It should be a very interesting race within like the top 15, top 20 cars.
All right, let's have a quick look as we go to the grid.
Radio check.
And I'll turn that one off.
Yes.
I hope that went off. We have Corey McFarlane and pole, as I mentioned, with Blake Warboys in second, and followed by Andrew Dyson from DPR, his first race for the season.
All right, guys, welcome to round 3 of the East Coast V8 series. Tonight we have a 300 kilometre race.
At least that button still works.
just want to do a quick call out. We do not have...
And sorry about sound here, guys. So Harrison Dengate, then we have Christian Smart, Paul Young, Joe Daly, followed by Blake Delaney and Jamie McKnight sitting back in 9th, which is a bit far back. And then we have Jamie Dyke, Logan Barnett in 12th. And then we have Troy Maguire, Nathan Brown, Nathan Gore. So Nathan in 14th, mate, that's a good effort. David Coleman in 16th, Michael Whiting in 17th, Damien Cairns 18th, Steve Kennedy in 19th. 20th, we have Warren Davis. Then we have Andrew Ritchie, Ty Burns, Josh Strage from WK&P in 23, Scotty McCune in 24, and Frank Hodak in 25th. Then 26, Darren Crosby 27, Troy Sipple, Mario Real is back this week in 28th, Reg James in 29th, 30th in Stellan Sipple, 31st is Robbie Bradbury, 32nd is Baldwin, 33 is Ryan Van Ree, Andrew Hoffman is 34, Matty McMillan is 35th, and 36 is Nathan Cook. And after Nathan Cook, we have Jared Bailey and Braden O'Loughlin, and 39th should be me because I did qualify. Just quietly.
2 commentators in the race in one go. Holy moly!
You're not commentating and driving, John?
Oh, I'm flat out commentating at the moment. I'll see if I can get this sound back up without any comms in it. We might have to do a flick screen in a minute just so I can fix that up. Still.
Well, I'm going to leave you there, chaps,
Yep.
and good luck, everyone, and all your viewers and that. I will jump in at some point tonight, and yeah, hopefully I can make it entertaining for you boys.
No worries, Nath. And
Cheers, Nate. You have a good race, mate.
You too, chaps. Enjoy, and I'm sure we'll talk soon.
of course, half of my buttons aren't working either, so I may have to do a quick splash and dash to fix that one as we.
Can I just get a quick mic?
Yes, Nathan, we can hear you.
I might do the same, please, boys. Mic check.
Just bear with everyone at home as I
Got ya.
go back to amateur hour. Okay. Options, sound.
luck, everyone.
Which one is it? Just chat.
This commentator.
And you still with me, Mark? I didn't turn it off.
I'm still here, man. I can still hear you.
We're about to go.
Green, green, green.
And we are away. We're already an accident on the line there. A few boys coming victim to the slope of the slope of the track on turn 1, but we're away. McFarlane, Barnett, Dengate coming into turn 1. Suspension, see if we get through all here cleanly. Sounds like we've got a few crashing and bashing behind us. As Corey McFarlane leads us into the International Horseshoe for the first time on that 1 of 53. Damien Cairns has had an off. We'll come back and have a look at that. He's had a few offs here. There's a few incidents up the back. We might jump back and have a quick look at what's happened to poor old Damien as these boys lead on to the oval. Tailor-made replay. They're crowded coming into the International Horseshoe. Looks like he's going to get caught a little bit wide here, loses control. Oh, back into the rest of them. Very unlucky for Matty McMillan, I think that was. Very unlucky as we go back live to our leaders. So McFarlane pulling away a little bit. The rest of the pack in tow. As we come through the bus stop for the first time.
Yeah, that was unfortunate for Matty.
It's always not much fun when you're the victim of someone else's accident, which I think might have actually been Josh and then Matt behind him. So Corey McFarlane has a 0.2 second lead. You can see how the time is closing greatly in the slipstream there as Blake puts the pressure on him. Dengate's dropped back to 0.7. Desperately trying to hang on to that slipstream like we talked about. There's still a swarm behind them. The top 10 cars are all still split by only 2 seconds. So there's still a fair bit happening behind. As you can see, Dengate's dropping back a little bit from more boys. McFarlane nicely commanding the position there on the circuit. So what would you do at this stage, Mark? Would you just settle in being a 300k race if you were Blake and just think, well, okay, if I just sit behind Corey, I'm going to sit in the slipstream and use less fuel and have an easy ride?
Oh, absolutely. The key here is to stay as close to the front as you can by preserving as much fuel as you can. I think if you're Blake, you're just sitting in the draft and just biding your time and just finding out where Corey's strong, where he's weak, and yeah, just using the draft to your advantage to lift and coast, save that bit of fuel, reduce your fuel and pit stop time, and then try and pounce towards the end of the race. It sounds so simple for me.
It does. I think that every time I sit behind Baldock, and it's amazing when you sort of think, okay, I've got my fuel strategy right, and then you think, oh, I've got a fuel save or something like that. That the distraction of fuel saving takes your mind away from where it really needs to be, which causes other accidents. We might just have a quick look. It looks like something's happened to Dylan Sipple, so we might just go back on the replay and see what's going on there. So on the tailor-made replay, the two of them went wide. It's not a good spot. Oh, that's not a good one, that one. It's not a spot where you kind of expect to run into somebody. So a little bit unfortunate for Dylan. So we'll jump back to the live pictures. And a big shout out as well to Cataclysm Computers, to Josh Evans. I got a pleasant surprise Friday morning when I got to work. A box had turned up, so I've spent most of the weekend trying to get it up and running. And I hope everyone at home is enjoying the more clearer picture and more smoother graphics, as I know I am sitting here watching it from my end.
Yes, it was a nice deed put on by Ben Anthony, and the whole community got behind it, and here we are broadcasting a beautiful picture on the back of that nice gesture from Ben.
Yeah, we've got an amazing community in this Australian V8 scene in iRacing, and you know, I'm really appreciative of what everybody's done. Particularly, Ben Anthony puts a lot of time and effort in to both this series and the vets, and yeah, it does a commendable job. And yeah, just some of the other events of the last week in our community is just really taken a few more people take back a bit, but you know, we're all here for one another, which is fantastic.
Just watching the battle between Jamie McKnight, Troy Maguire and Chris Island, and battled for about a full lap, and they've really kind of lost touch with the back and front. So it just goes to show you, like, you get in a little battle group and it really affects your ability to stay in the draft of the lead pack.
Definitely becomes an issue. Jamie's pulled away from Chris Island behind. Them two have been battling really, Coleman Island and Maguire. As we jump back on Chris.
Well, it was a slight touch with Troy and Chris, and Troy's done the gentlemanly thing and addressed that.
Good to see. That's what it's all about, being the gentleman in this sport. And we might jump back up. Corey's still under pressure from Blake. Blake's still sitting 0.3 seconds behind him. As we come through into the tri-oval. We might jump on as these guys come around.
I really don't expect that to change too much for quite a few laps, unless one of them makes a mistake.
As I decided to hang a camera under Frankie's podium. So just give you everyone at home the effect and the feel of these guys doing 300 Ks as they come past.
see once Jamie cleared that little bit of traffic, he's looking to get back in touch with the group in front now.
Yep, definitely making headway there, Jamie. Let's just have a look. His lap times there, so he's definitely pulling away. Last lap he pulled away 1.1 seconds from the cars behind him. So he's definitely hunting the pack in front down, which is good to see. And have a look at his battle box there. He's 1.9 seconds behind Blake Delaney in front of him. So that's gap's slowly closing. This is where he'll be really hurting not having the draft. As you can see that time go up a bit. As he laps the car down on the bottom there. So it's Blake pulling away because Blake would be in the draft of Joe Daly in front, as you're saying.
Jamie wouldn't be happy about his fuel consumption now because he likes to be miserly.
Yeah, Jamie's probably one of the best fuel savers in the business, I reckon.
Absolutely.
Does it say consistently and so easily. I tried to save fuel in our vets race on Thursday night, and I think learned a valuable lesson of the importance of engine braking, particularly going into turn 1.
Yeah, sometimes when you concentrate too hard on one thing, everything else kind of falls by the wayside and can cost you dearly.
That's exactly right. I've only got a small field tonight. I've only got 38 cars on track. I think probably got to do with the fact that we had the Daytona 24-hour race on the weekend. I think a lot of the boys did vets and the Daytona 24-hour race, so I think they're probably Daytona'd out. And I think a few people have gone away, being the Australia Day weekend, Australia Day holiday tomorrow. We'll just have a bit of a look through as we look at Jamie's beautiful livery. Might jump up Andrew Dyson, who I said was a new contender in the series tonight from DPR Simrig. So Jamie's quite well known in the Scops and AOSC scene. So it's the first time we've seen a DPR car in East Coast, which is great to see some of the bigger name teams now starting to get in and support the series and get behind it.
Yeah, Andrew's a great driver, solid performer, so yeah, good to see him here.
Yep, sitting in 5th, chasing down, see Paul Young. So I'm sure we've got the PRA faithful out there watching. And Martin, yeah, I think I know what's going on with the sound there, mate. Yeah, I'll try and fix that one up in a minute. In fact, I might just do that now. Sorry for everyone at home, it's just ironing out some bugs. That probably sounds a bit better. And done. That's where it sounds a bit better. Let us know if that's better, Mark. I'll stick with that. So of course, we're all about our interaction with everybody at home. So if you are watching at home, let us know who you're supporting. Big shout out to Mark Pecky from Pecky Performance Racing. And a few of his boys in the race tonight.
Really throw a blanket over these top 5 or 6 cars.
Yeah, definitely running quite close together. As we might jump on board with Andrew and do a lap of the circuit from the gyro cam, so we can have a look what it's like being on board. You can see we're not too far behind there from that lead pack. You can see Paul Young in front, Harrison Dengate, four boys in McFarlane. So literally 2 seconds from the lead here. The engine revving out, you hear the importance of pushing up in that slipstream. Long, hard braking, turning left all the way. Got to get it pulled up straight line if you can. Get on the gas as quick as possible. Careful of the curb there, you can lose it. Get it pulled up for the International Horseshoe. Get it in, hug the curb, hug it, wait for it. Back on the power again smoothly. Nice little lift here as we cut through the left. And then back in. Got to get the line right here right. Break it up. Have around the right curve. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Back on the gas. Ease it on. Back again on the right to the left. Nice and tight. Get on the curve. Ride it over the bumps. Careful not to lose the end. Smooth as. Up on the bank. Dive it down to get maximum speed. Hug in the slipstream. See 285 k's, 290 k's, 300 k's on the brakes. Coming to the bus stop. Got to get it right. Back to third. On the curb, on the curb. Hold it tight as you can on the curb again. Get it neatly out. On the gas hard. Back on the slipstream. And just look at this speed. Accelerate. This right around the banks here of the Great Daytona. Nice revved out at 300 k's. Slowly back it off. Break it straight, and that is a lap of Daytona.
This goes to show you the effect of the slipstream. Like 5 cars all in a row, all slipstreaming off each other, and nobody really made any ground on each other. Everybody had the same going.
Yeah, it's not the most easiest place to race. Of course, we're 9 laps in, so we only completed 1/5 of the race distance. This is the section I find really tricky, just getting over these bumps here. A number of times, a number of guys you'll see they're on and off the gas as the back steps out to try and protect themselves. As we come into the bus stop, we've got another little surprise for you tonight, mate. We've got a curb cam. As we just sit here and wait for the boys to come through. This top 5 all still separated by 2 seconds. And she's a fair way back from there to Joe Daly. Delaney. Knight's caught up to the back of that pack. Wire, Coleman, Dyke, Barnett, Whiting. These boys are all having a real crack here. As we jump back to the leaders.
Sure, 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th have all got the same idea, and that's save as much fuel as possible heading into the first stop.
And we might just have a bit of a look through the pack and see who our hard charger is at the moment. So Jared Bailey's up 18 spots. Just jump on with Jared. Middle of a fight here. Car's going up the inside. Nathan Brown. Look at this. Oh, got a spinner. Poor old Jared. Might just jump on with Nathan now. Poor old Nathan's down 5 spots. Of course, Nathan didn't race last season because of his finger. And I've managed, Mark, to get some footage of the incident, so I might just throw that up at the moment.
Sure, if it's an incident or commentators first. Have a look, I guess.
It didn't load. I'll just hang on. Something's not worked for me. There we go. There it is. A bit of footage there. So, yep, he definitely hurt his finger. Saying commentator's curse, it's Nathan's fault. Because he's left us high and dry up here in the box.
Serious.
It's very serious. I'll tell you what, I might work a little bit Discord magic. We'll have a bit of fun here. Nathan Brown from Peta's Racing, WK&P. How's it going out there, mate?
Yeah, good. Very, very good. It's a lot easier to commentate one of these races than it is to race against these boys. I can give them that, like, holy moly.
Well, when I put the camera on you and started talking, Mark's given me 2-1 that it's going to be commentator's curse.
Well, if there's certainly been plenty of action going on at the moment, I can certainly give you that much of a tip. Like, he's going wide, get the power downs. Yes, nice, awful to loose there. But it's hopefully going to be a case of my multitasking skills really come into this.
And
that's even before I like bring in talking to this. Like, it's just my multitasking skills to get the car around the track.
Just a quick one, mate. How much fuel you got left?
Yep. Yep.
We'll let you go, mate. I'll drag you back down.
Here we go. Give me about 2 seconds to get on this back straight. I have been using approximately between 4.2 to 4.4 litres per lap. So that's much better than what I was doing on my own testing. So I have exactly 8.3 laps according to good old iRacing, or 36.6 litres. So everyone out there, tell your teams, because this is on for a podium.
Better than Larko's computer, mate. We'll leave you to it. Good luck,
mate.
buddy.
Cheers, guys.
There's a bold prediction from Nathan.
It's a very bold prediction. We might just jump back up the front and have a look how they're going up the front there. We jump on with Harrison. So young Harry still sitting in third, nicely in this battle. McFarlane's got away again a little bit. It's pretty similar to what he did last week. He sort of got away that little bit towards the middle part of the stint. Yeah, it's still a blanket over these guys. McFarlane, Ballboys, Fengate, Young, Dyson. Then Delaney 7-second back. And good old Jamie McKnight, People's Champion. He's fought himself back up to 7th. He's really hunted down Delaney really well.
Joe Daly have a bit of an off in turn 1 and they have James snap through.
Yeah, we'll come back and we'll get that one for you later, Dave. Of course, Dave's a bit busy at the moment. Ben Anthony's gotten some footage. Dave out on the pony. We'll just get that live for you. So, of course, Dave's on his way. On his way to what? We don't know, but he's definitely on his way on his Shetland. So it's good to see Dave watching us again. Supporting the PRA boys.
Is Dave an urban cowboy or?
Is he a cowboy?
An urban cowboy.
Oh, I think he is. Knows how to fall off a horse, so I'd probably say he is. So Jamie now pulling away from Daly and Smart. We might go back and have a little look further back through the pack and say good day to some of our regulars. And of course Michael Whiting, these boys too wide coming into turn 1. All getting around. It's never great being too wide going into turn 1. So there's some good battles everywhere around. It's one of the exciting things about this series now. It's just there's battle packs everywhere. Might go a little bit further back. Have a look at Andrew Ritchie. See how Shervo's going. Another one of the PRA boys. And Dave Galley in watching us as well. Dave, the way you buck around in the Mustang, mate, you're definitely a cowboy. I've seen you do that with the V8s numerous times. Let's work back through. We've got another PRA, the Banter Alliance boys, one of the EMU drivers, and Reggie James. Reggie's sitting in 20th.
Reggie's doing a good job here.
He's doing a great job. Robbie Bradbury's fighting along still. So one of the Century Motorsports cars, sitting at 22nd. Mario Reale from Hypersonic. Shout out to Mario. with us last week. He's back this week. So Mario sitting in 24th. Got Ryan Van Ree up 7 spots, battling on, 26th. Darren Crosby had a spin earlier that I missed, but yeah, he's doing really well. Darren, another one of the vets regulars, in 27th. And Matty McMillan sitting back in 32nd. Another one to say good day to. This cookie's just gone off. Scotty McCune. He's another one. I think Scotty was involved in an incident earlier. Another one of the Hypersonic boys. And Joshy Drage. I think he was involved in that early incident we saw on lap 1. So Josh is fighting his way back up a little bit, down 11 spots. I think Damien Cairns was the car that spun in that incident. So Damien's still out there on the lead lap, 36th. And we'll just jump back up to our leading 4 and see if anything's changed. And it looks like Dyson's got past Young, so it looks like Young might have had a slide off or something, the way he's dropped back from this group a little bit. If you're free, Timmy, you're more than welcome to jump in the Discord. Comes Dyson, putting the pressure now on Dengate. And great pass here. Young Harris, he just tucks in behind. Smart move. And the young fella showing a bit of experience now as he's starting to come to grips with the V8. It was interesting last night to see he wasn't doing the full Send series and was qualifying. Shout out to Roy Clark, who's jumped on the watch. Youngie's doing a good job, mate, sitting in 5th. Just hanging on to this battle pack that we've got here. And we might just jump back and have a quick look at what happened to Mario with the tailor-made replay. Oh, it's a bit twitchy going into... Oh, that's never a good spot to stop. A bit twitchy going in, and we get it started. Yep, it's got it going. So we'll jump back to the leaders, back to live pictures, and we'll have a look. McFarlane's under all sorts of pressure from all boys now. How quickly things change during the session.
They're coming towards the first minute, so I guess to stamp their authority on the race all of a sudden.
Dyson's been the big mover out of this pack here. So it looks like, I don't know whether it's me or what it is, but it looks like Corey's a little bit flashy.
Yeah, he's popped in and out of the might get you on this one.
Maguire's had an off, losing a few spots. Not sure what's happened to Troy. Andrew Dyson wants to buy into this now as well. It looks like Blake's got the job done. McFarlane. Of course, these three battling in front brought Dengate and Paul Young back up to it. And McKnight's got past Delaney, so we'll just see how long it takes McKnight to catch up to this group now.
Gap is going to make up here.
slip. Of course, you've got Dengate and Young have really hung on to the back of this group now.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just thinking racing drivers have given up on fuel saving and they just want to race now.
It's definitely got that feel about it. It's definitely got that feel, that's what they want to do.
Of course, with Dyson pounding Corey, it's going to give Blake an opportunity to pick out a little bit of a lead. If he can break the toe, it's going to be very difficult for everybody to get back on.
Oh, absolutely. Of course, we've still got a good battle pack with these guys. And we've still got Delaney, who's under all sorts of pressure from Joe Daly now. Of course, if you're watching along at home, give us a good shout out. Let us know who you're cheering for. We can jump on and have a look and see what's going on.
So we've got the top 5 battling away, then we've got from 6th through to 9th in their own little battle pack.
Of course, Delaney putting all sorts of pressure on McKnight now in that pack with Joe Daly and Christian Smart. Michael Whiting is the next group back.
And then we got Michael and Whiting and Jamie Dyke. Fishy boys trying to work with each other, trying to make a bit of ground on the group in front.
Trying to get a sushi train going. Always good to have a teammate when you need them.
We've got Chris Island with him, and then we've got Logan Barnett, who's kind of on his lonesome.
Yep, Logan's a fair way back from these lads. Just a bit of a jump back then to Steve Kennedy. This is our next battle pack we've got here, where they're all swarming together. We've got in this group, we've got Kennedy, Davis, Warren Davis, one of the PRA lads, Jared Bailey.
Jared Bailey up to he's a very good driver, I know Jared is serious. He really knows how to pedal one of these cars. I don't think he qualified to the start of career.
He's doing a good job. And Andrew Ritchie in there, another one of the PRA cars, Banter Alliance. Banter Alliance, sorry. Then we've got this Muppet. Poor old Nathan. Definitely driving with his sore finger again.
He did say he was podium bound, so...
Yeah, I'm waiting for it. It's a fair effort. Come back. He loves his motorsport, loves his iRacing, loves his go-karting. So if you haven't seen it on the WK&P Facebook page, Nathan started up his own page for his own karting team as he's in for the pits, one of the early stoppers. Stopping with Kennedy, Davis and Maguire. Nado's got his own Facebook page going for his karting team, so see that on our page. Jump on, give it a like. He's got 100 followers already, so he's very impressed with himself. So these lads...
The answer is I was out of fuel on this lap.
Here he is, speak of the devil. I just gave your Facebook page a plug. Then you went into the pits.
Did you run the full 75% capacity, mate?
I went the full tank of fuel, which is good. Coming out of the pits now, so I think we're coming out into a bit of traffic. So life's about getting interesting, but I think I got one spot. So
Just jump on board as watch you roll out. Yeah, it looks like you jumped Josh, not Troge. I think you jumped Steve Kennedy in the pits there, I think.
that's the man I was after. Simon Warren in front of me. Had a few good battles. Trying to get him.
Yeah. Just be careful. You don't upset the PRA faithful, mate. They are your biggest fans.
I just want to come join the club. Whoop, cold tyres.
Jamie with 9, Christian Smart, Daly at the moment.
Yeah, they've all just dived into the pits. We'll leave Nathan alone now. I'll let you get back to it, Nath. I think you need to
That's all
concentrate.
good, lads. I'll let these tyres warm up and then I'll jump in again.
No worries, mate.
Cheers,
All
boys.
the leaders are in as well, except for Andrew Dyson.
That's interesting. Andrew's managed to stay out. Delaney stayed out as well. I'm picking the screen to get stuff done. So Dyson now looking quite commanding here.
It's a big effort to get an extra lap worth of fuel out of this tank.
Especially considering we thought he was quite racy there in the middle part of the stint.
Was able to sit in the draft for the majority of his stint.
Yeah. So just have a look where. So McFarlane and Blake have come out in third and fourth. And Blake Delaney's the other one that's carried on as Dyson comes in. So Delaney, the Fishy Motorsports boys. Looks like he's diving into pit lane as well. As McFarlane and War Boys come back around the outside. As I've gone early on that camera, that's alright. What have we got here? Looks like Blake Delaney's gone in. And the camera's back working. Here they are, you've got the wrong corner. Sorry about that. So it's a fair effort from Corey there to get back out in front of Blake. So it'll be interesting to see whether he can look after his tyres and have a good second stint.
Managed to drop Harrison and Paul Young as well.
Of course, they could have short fueled as well. This is quite well known to be done. Of course, for those at home as well, this is a very, very tough pit lane to get into because you're coming off the bank at high speed. It's a very short pit entrance, very difficult to get it right. So don't be surprised if we see Dyson come pass on Blake, attempts to pass on Blake.
Pretty much status quo for these three.
Pretty much is. He's dropped back a bit, so not sure what's happened to Harrison. So there you go, see what's going on. So he's definitely dropped back off the pack there. Scroll through my notes to see if there was a Warren Davis has had an off. I can't see what's happened to Harrison, so not sure.
Looks like he's run off at turn 3.
Turn 3, okay.
On lap 20 he's run a bit deep at turn 3.
Yep. Might go to the tailor-made replay and have a quick look what happened to Warren Davis. One for the PRA boys to have a look at. Sonic boys, and just comes in a little hot, loses the rear end. Nicely stays out of everyone's way, keeping it straight. It's always good when you do that. And just have a look at McFarlane and War Boys. War Boys is now back in front. So these three are still battling quite strongly. Start coming up behind Andrew Hoffman. Starting to get a little bit of that traffic, I think. So good to see the Hoff out there representing Pecky Performance Racing. Andrew running around 32nd, up 2 spots. So lap traffic will start to make this quite interesting as well now.
Absolutely, whether you can use the lap traffic on the banking to your advantage to get a draft and break the draft from the people behind you, it's going to be all about timing now.
McFarlane getting the toe, edging ever closer to War Boys as we come into turn 1. Smart's had an incident. Might just quickly jump on the tailor-made replay of Christian. Looks like this is coming into turn 1. Oh, that's not good. Looks like Dave Coleman's giving him a bit of a tap there. A little bit unlucky for Christian. And he's had to tow to the pits, which is a little bit unfortunate. So, not a good outcome there. Good synergy sim racing driver. So, Christian, one of our regular top 10 runners. Definitely was. So these three leaders are still running nose to tail, drafting their way around the oval. Back a bit. Just jump on board with Andrew again, have a look from the nose cam. Sorry. Twitching there by Blake coming out. Sounds like a little bit of fuel saving going on there. these three battle it out for a little bit, Mark, and we'll go have a bit of a look through the pack and see how a few people are going.
Yeah, I mean, these boys are 25s on their 25th lap now, and there's still only like 6/10 between the three of them, so it's some pretty epic racing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely is. We'll have a quick look and see how Jamie McKnight's getting on. Clifton's champion, how he's faring. So Jamie sitting in P8 at the moment. So he's pushing on, chasing Joe Daly quite hard. He's hanging on, probably getting in the slipstream, saving a bit of fuel. Michael Whiting, one of the drivers from the Fishy School, the School of Fishy. I gotta stop making pun jokes like that. Sitting in 9th, he's up 8 spots. That's a fairly good drive from Michael.
That's a great drive from Michael.
Chris Island sitting in 10th. Good to see Chris still in the top 10. Jamie Dyke, he's up into 11th, so Jamie's hanging on to where he is. Logan Barnett from Sanded Sim Sports sitting in 12th. Jared Bailey's the driver of the night so far. He's up 24 spots. Looking quite handy. There's Jared. Probably a little bit of a gap behind and a gap in front now, so he's probably suffering from not being able to sit in the slipstream. And Steve Kennedy, he's sitting in 14th, up 5 spots. Andrew Ritchie, representing the PRA Faithful and the Banter Alliance, sitting in 15th. Warren Davis in 16th. So these boys are still going around a little bit. Reggie James, another one of the Banter Alliance boys from their new Sim Sports, or Sim Racing. And of course, Nathan Brown, our former co-driver, co-commentator that's left us for the track. So he's nicely sitting in behind Reg, tracking him down. So Nath doing his best he could there, which is good to see. Robbie Bradbury up 12 spots in the Century Motorsports entry. That's a good drive from Robbie. And Bradley Baldwin, the High Octane Sim Sports entry. He's up 12 spots as well in 20th. Troy Sipple, representing Performance Racing, sitting in 21st. With Frank Hodak in 22nd. And Darren Cosgrove, got a lovely pass on there as we go through wide as well. So these boys are having a good epic battle. There's good battles everywhere around here. As Darren goes wide, gets it back on the track neatly and safely. Scotty McCune, one of the Hot Sonic boys. He's doing a reasonable job, sitting in 24th. Looking like he's going okay there. And teammate Mario Reale, he's sitting a bit further back. Nathan Gore right behind him. And Josh Gray just fought his way back to 27th, so that's a good comeback from Joshy. WK&P car. Ty Burns. There's another one hanging back in a battle here. And Damien Kansas fought his way back up from the first lap incident in 29th. So he's under a bit of a battle there with Braden O'Loughlin. And after Braden O'Loughlin we've got Andrew Hoffman. In 31st, Ryan Van Ree sitting in 32nd. He's up 1 spot. Probably fair drive from Ryan tonight. It's not one of his favourite tracks, so I've been told. And Matty McMillan sitting in 33rd. One of the veterans got 2 regulars. Showing Dave Baldock how you do it in the big leagues. Should get a comment from Dave for that one. And Nathan Cook's been off a few times in the Cobra entries, doing reasonably well. And then we've got Sips, who's a lap back. Christian Smart, who had an off, he's back there with Sips, I think. No, Christian's still in the pits. Dave Coleman and Troy Maguire are all out of the race. We'll jump back up and have a look at the front.
I'm not sure Christian will get going again. That was a pretty big hit into the wall at speed, so I don't know whether
it was massive.
Repairable. Interesting to see the amount of ground Blake Delaney made last week.
definitely pulling away from Paul Young behind him.
Yeah, because he was in a battle with Jamie McKnight leading to the pit stop. Won an extra lap. Now he's of course wants ahead of Jamie. Whatever strategy he's done, just put him in the fourth and in the third.
Corey McFarlane's just had an off. We might just jump on that. I think it might be lap traffic. Let's go to the tailor-made replay. Lap traffic in front here. Spins in front of Blake. Blake manages. A little bit of a tap to Blake. Blake's been tapped as well. Looks like Dyson's managed to get through that. So it's a little bit unlucky for Blake and Corey. Probably find the damage now. Probably find the damage now will have an impact. As Warboys is words in my mouth in a minute. So Warboys has dropped back 1 second from Dyson, so he's probably lost that slipstream, which we said was very important to have. And McFarlane's 1.5 back again from Warboys, so that's quite an interesting outcome, that incident. Might just have a quick look at that one again from nose cam of Blake.
They're already far behind the traffic. See, front of the race.
So Birds has spun, Blake's pulled up. Slight little tap and tap.
No, there was a video of a driver with steam coming out of his helmet. Something similar to that.
Blake flashing the headlights there, so lap traffic becoming a bit of an issue.
Blake can stay within a second, and Dyson can't pick up the draft. Blake should be able to start reeling back in on the banking.
Watch to see if we can see what sort of damage Blake has. So you can get a bit of a close-up. Might go... So you can see, yeah, he's got a fair bit of a dint there on the right-hand side, or left-hand side, right-hand side of the car, so may struggle to pick up that draft.
Yeah, some IROs are funny like that, isn't it? You get a dent in the side panel and it really affects your straight line speed.
Mind you, he's back under a second again. And McFarlane's dropped off a little bit from Blake still.
It really needs to exit out of here so we can try and pick up this draft again.
Gaps at 0.46. Should expect Blake to sit in the draft. A little bit on the grass there. say Blake just got a slowdown. So he did look like he cut the grass, so I say got him.
That's just what you don't want.
No, right when you were hanging on to it. Obviously he was working hard to get through it there. So Dyson's starting to clear away now. Still got Farland 8.4 behind him, so something's happened. He just went past Josh Grage. Not sure how Josh has gone off.
A good fight back from Corey as well after tangled up on anything he had done.
Boys having an epic battle. Rest of the group now has all started to spread out, so we've sort of got Dyson, McFarlane, Moore boys all in a tight battle pack still. All running very close together still, with a second and a half separating. It's 2 seconds back to Delaney, 2 seconds back to Dengate, 2 seconds back to Young, and then 8 seconds back to McKnight. So we're definitely starting to get a fair spread of the field. We do have a couple of other little battles. We might quickly jump on with Chris Island and Andrew Ritchie, have a look what's going back there. So slightly damaged Chris Island, who went off before, is trying to chase down Andrew Ritchie. Well, Andrew Ritchie, I'd say, has got past him, starting to get away. So good bit of driving there from Andrew. Making his way up, 6 spots tonight. Of course, Jared Bailey's still the man who's jumped up 25 spots with an awesome drive from Jared. And
yeah, that's an incredible drive. He's in 12th place now and he's knocking on the door of the top 10, so it's quite an epic drive from Jared.
It definitely is. He's done really well. He's got, of course, Logan Barnett just in front of him. So Logan from Send It Sim Sports, he's chasing down Jamie Dyke from Fishing. So that's another close little tight battle we've got, with Jamie only 0.6 up the road. Nathan Brown is the other one in a tight little battle here as he hunts down Reggie James. Of course, the commentator's curse, I should drag him up. Or we just keep taking the fun of him. Of course, he did come out and say that he wanted to drive tonight. It's all about him being back on track. He was quite excited about it. So it's good to see Nath back out there. I shouldn't take the fun of it. We all do this because we love driving. That's why we're here.
Yeah, I relate to his enthusiasm because I was out of the sim for quite a few months. It was nice to get back in the car at this very track last week in the V8 Veterans.
It was good to have you back, Mark. It's good to have someone like yourself who's been a stalwart of the Vet Series back in the car and back with us. As you're probably all gathering at home, we're a fairly clicky bunch, us V8 Vets. It's a pretty proud to say I'm part of the group. So, of course, season 11, I think it is. I think season 11. Season 11 registrations are out live now. So jump on iRacing Down Under or the V8 Vets Facebook page and get yourself entered if you're over 40. Come join the pack. We've got 100 people entered this season. Ben's quite happy looking for more. So if you're keen, love your V8s. Doesn't matter if you think you're going to get lapped every race, because I usually do. But some great epic battles up in the back of the pack. And some epic contests occur, like the likes between myself and Dave Baldock. Speaking of Dave, he's gone quiet, so I must have upset him with our horse joke before.
Dave's got a thick skin.
I just see he's going to bite. And we might jump back up the front. Corey is still handing down Andrew Dyson. Blake's still hanging on to the back of Corey just, and we still have a bit of lap traffic in the mix. Good old Mario Reale from Hypersonic. So big shout out to the Hypersonic family this week. A few things going on in the background with one of the lads there, and just want to pass on our Mark and myself support, and yeah, we're all here for you in the community, Michael.
Yeah, all our love to Michael and his family at the moment.
Yeah.
Very tough time for them,
Yeah.
that family, and yeah, we're all thinking of him.
And Darren Crosby's heading off, so we might jump to the tailor-made replay and have a look what happened to Darren. Lost it going into turn 1, and that's quite easy to do. As I said earlier at the start of the broadcast, you're going in there at 300 k's into a turning corner, and you've got to keep the car straight first, pull it up. Not easy. And Darren, of course, dropped back to Scotty McHugh from HRS. And we're starting to see a few of the boys come back into the pits now. Chris Island being one of the first ones to come in, David Coleman. And these lads are still having an epic battle. It's Colin McFarlane chases down Dyson, War Boys chases down McFarlane. All trying to hang on to the slipstream. I hate spin all the time, Dave, by the way, mate. I've seen you spin a few times as well. And big shout out to my teammate in Vets, Andrew Gallo. Hope you're enjoying your holiday, mate. As I've seen, it looks like you're having a bit of fun. Corey's going to have a run at him this time. Into turn 1, or does he sit back?
I think Warby's struggling to stay with this traffic on that.
No. Wouldn't be surprised if he's carrying a bit of damage. Still nothing in it though, still only 1.3 seconds separating our top 3 cars. As we come back onto the oval and try and get into these slipstreams. Of course, that's the other difficult one too with fuel saving and fuel strategy. You work overtime to try and hang on to that slipstream as well. So, you know, where you think you're saving fuel, you're setting yourself up to use more fuel. It looks like Corey's about to have another good run on Andrew. Farland from 76 spots. Doing a lot of fuel saving there. one's for you, Michael. Let's throw that one up there. It's the hashtag that Stewart's posted up, so I thought I'd stick that up there. You know, these boys, Corey's still battling it out. Looks like Blake's still in the hunt here as well. We've got to be coming up to a fuel stop shortly. So as you can see, we've had a little bit less fuel put on. So yeah, just to put that hashtag up, being the Blake for Blaine. So just reading some of the comments in our Facebook chat going off at the moment. All out for everybody to run that their liveries. So I'll just put it out there, the WK&P boys will put on our window banner for the rest of the season. So I'll get that sorted before Thursday night. So the race so far, we've still got Blake in the pits now. So I'd say Blake's gone for the undercut to try and fix that damage. And Corey's still running quite well in second. And Dyson under pressure. So Warboy's definitely going for the early pit stop with 10 gate Young, Delaney. Knight's gone for the early stop as well, which is interesting. So Jamie Dyke's stayed out.
Fortunately, I saw Blake just so that's how I sort of say. Father Frank Hibbert, yeah.
Boys has come out 5th. Jamie Dyke's still on track, so he hasn't been jumping the pits there. Surely Dyson and Co have got to come in now. Here comes McFarlane. So Dyson's going longer again. He went longer in that first stint, didn't he, Mark?
He did. He was the longest to go, along with Blake Delaney.
Yeah, he went that extra lap than the others. Scotty McKeon's up 10 spots. He did the early stop from an incident, so he's doing reasonably well there. Of course, Bailey's ran the lap 19 stop, up 24 spots, 13th. So interesting to see Dyson, if he's saved fuel, how well he's going to come in with this stop this lap this time round. Just have a look where McFarlane is and see how he's going to come out in relation to Warboys. So of course it's a very unusual pit exit here as we sort of come out in turns 3 and 4. So it's one of the juiced cars, it's not Blake. That's meant to be Blake, wrong Blake. And it looks like Corey's going to be well in front of Warboys as he comes around turn 1. So we're back on track now and yeah. McFarlane 6 seconds up the road, so Warboys obviously must have had some damage repaired because the car's not going to be straight.
Yeah, he also missed his pit box on it and he had to reverse back up a little bit, so that would have cost him a second or two.
That's not good. Not good, I'm sure.
That's a frustrating error. Like, I'm pretty sure all of us have done it at some point, and it's never any fun.
Nah, no, you're always trying to eke out that extra split second that you can get in the pits with a good stop. And of course, Dyson's back out on track now as well. A bit loose with cold tyres. Wide there, gets it back into control. So let's check those pit strategies. So Dyson's still yet to stop, so he's really stretched out his fuel load here.
Interesting, he can get such a better fuel burn than everybody else, that's for sure.
Oh, absolutely. But like we said, he's an experienced Scops and AOC driver. So a lot of those events are distance-based, where fuel is important. So these guys learn the fine art very well, how to save fuel, how to get the power down without burning tyres up. As we come into the last 13 laps now, we haven't spoken to for a little while. Let's drag him up and have some fun with him. Dave Baldock wanted him to talk us through a lap. Nato Brown, how you going, mate? We thought we'd cross to in-car, see how it's happening out on track.
Yeah, we're starting to get into a little bit of a rhythm again. It is a bit interesting going from fuel saving to back to full blast.
Yep.
It's not felt like that on the edge, but
Now, because Dave Baldock loves you more than me, Dave Baldock,
hey Dave, how are you?
Dave would like you as you come around, and I'll switch to the gyro. Dave wants you to talk us around a lap.
Okay, well,
So,
here we go.
hang on, I'll put the screen. You've got control.
Okay, here we go. Last line there, and then hit the brakes really hard. You don't want to be too hard if you're going around, otherwise you go too deep into it, locked up, tight, around, we come, beat it on. Not quite so much on the side, second nice brake line, brake, pull it up, patient on the throttle like you were saying earlier, just wait, and off we go again. Get that, coming in, get one, just want to end up with the car, hard on the brakes, pull it up, let it coast, a little bit of throttle on brake, get it pointed, nice and square, off we go, pretty much for that bit off. Say the same thing again, pull it up hard, nice and go, but here's really interesting, there's nasty little bumps there, not full throttle there, which is fun and that, drop the fuel left, Daytona, ladies and gentlemen.
You did a great job, Nate. Well done, mate.
Dave Baldock's just exploded on Facebook, mate. You just made his night.
It's, I'll give you a hug and a kiss later, Dave. It's okay, I've got no more Rona. It's officially negative, so we're good.
And we're just going to leave you, Nath. We're going to drag you back. We're going to jump back up the front. And while Nathan did that superb lap, Corey McFarlane's gotten past Andrew Dyson. And Andrew Dyson coming back at Corey McFarlane into turn one. So now we're in the slipstream again.
Sure, Blake Warby's will want this to go on for as many laps as possible because it'll give him a chance to cut some nice clean laps and while they battle it out, drag time off each other.
That's pretty much all you're going to be hoping for is we don't have a safety car driver tonight, so we are going green flag racing all the way to the end. really had a ding-dong battle all night, haven't they?
Yeah, it's been an epic battle. It's unfortunate Clayton got that damage and had a mishap in the pits, but it's racing and it's left Corey and Andrew to battle it out at the front, unchallenged at the moment.
As you can imagine, with a 300k race, we've got a fairly good field split now. So it's not very many battles around, but Joe Daly is what we want to have a quick look at. Joe's only 0.3 seconds behind Michael Whiting. So he's a sports driver, trying to get himself a little bit of, trying to catch himself a fish. These dying laps, we've got 10 laps to go. And close battle pack we've got in our group is basically our leading two, Farlane and Dyson out in front. So, shout out for some of the hard charges. So Joe Bailey's still up 25 spots in 12, still working hard to try and get himself in the top 10. Reggie James is up 10 spots in 19th. Brady Baldwin's up 12 spots in 20th. Braden O'Loughlin's up 7 spots in 31st. And another shout out with Robert Bradbury from Central Motorsports, who's in 17th, up 14 spots.
Yeah, it's a great one for Robbie. Still super impressed by Jared Bailey, up 25 spots. That's a great drive and field of a lot of quality drivers.
Absolutely, it's an impressive drive. It's done quite well. Most of these boys will now be settling in for the last 10 laps, so fatigue might come into play a little bit for a few of them. There's quite a few young blokes in this group here, so I probably not expect that to be the case.
Unlike the commentators.
Exactly. Dyson still leads McFarlane by 0.7 seconds. Wallboys has dropped back 8 seconds behind this leading two. Lake Delaney is further 6 seconds back from the Wallboys. Ben Gates sitting in 5th. Good drive from Harrison. Still on the G29, I believe. Had a little bit of an incident during his install with his DD1. So, yeah. Unfortunately, Blake will be on the G29 for a little Harrison will be on the G29 for a little bit longer.
Well, it's a bummer to hear that he had a problem with the install.
Yeah. Silence had another off. Let's have a quick look at that.
Sorry, John. I'm sure Blake Warbies is super frustrated at the moment.
Oh, I reckon he would be. Put it this way, I'm not going enough to drag him up here. We'll have a quick look.
R-rated broadcast if we did that.
Yeah. We'll have a quick look what happened to Chris Isle. We'll go to the tailor-made replay. And why is that not coming back? Because someone had on that. Had on half speed. And another one coming into turn one by the looks. As I said earlier in the broadcast, turn one's going to be the gotcha corner. And he's come in hot. And just straight off, just gets it pulled up just before the tyres. It's a a bugger of a corner, that one, when you get it wrong. You underestimate it. Got a few battle packs starting to form again with Jamie Dyke and Michael White.
Yeah, we see the same incident repeated over and over in that turn 1.
It's never easy. So Jamie Dyke, Michael Whiting, Joe Daly in front. These boys are all starting to bunch up a bit. Whiting and Daly. So Joe Daly from the Sanderson Sports team. Having a pretty good drive, sitting in 8th spot. Keeping the session train behind him. And Paul Young is in front. So Paul's trying to hunt down Jamie McKnight. You can see Jamie just in front of him. And Josh Graves being the lapped car behind. So this is a great track when you get lapped because you get that slipstream as a lapped car. That's the People's Champion under all sorts of pressure from Paul Young. Dave, specs on the new computer. It's got a GTX 3070 graphics card, 32GB RAM, and 1TB solid state drive. And there's this motherboard. I haven't actually seen a written spec sheet or anything like that. As I said earlier, we just had a box turn up. Here it was. So yeah. Still getting it set up, mate, but it's looking at the broadcast going out tonight. I think it's a major improvement from my old computer. Might just have a quick look what happened to Scotty McCune on the replay, tailor-made replay. And a little tap there, so that'll be an interesting one. It's got post-race adjudication from race control, so I reckon that one I'll probably get a good look at. Let's go back to live pictures. Of course, race control couldn't be with us tonight, so yep, just going to have to deal with Ben not being with us. So the boys doing pretty well, I think. That's all I can hear.
I'm sure he'll have a bit of homework to mark once all the incidents are sent through to him.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of love taps tonight, so I'll just jump back up, have a look. Farland and Dyson still going toe to toe. Wallboys is further 12 seconds back now, so 6 laps to go. I'd say this is going to be a very, very tight finish. And I don't reckon I can call it between these two. I reckon we're on for a big finish tonight. So I'm not going to call it. I reckon these two will go toe to toe to the last lap.
Yeah, it's Daytona always throws up a very, very tight finish with that big draft out of the bus stop on the last lap. So I'm expecting Corey and Andrew to be toe to toe all the way down that straight.
Yeah, definitely got to get in that slipstream and go from there. Dave Baldock's asked me a tough question that I don't really know the exact answer to because I've moved across to the dark side, so they say. For the first time in my life I've got an AMD chip computer. Second and I'll tell you what it is, or I think it is. Maybe not. I'll get back to you on that one, Dave. Keep on the action here. It's now 0.2 of a second between these guys as McFarland gets right in the slipstream again. Of course, Paul Young is still keeping the pressure on Jamie McKnight. Let's jump back here and have a quick look. And of course, as we look through this group here, Jared Bailey's now worked his way up into 10, still up 25 spots in 12th. And just been asked to have a quick look at how Warren Davis is going. So just trying to find Warren and Andrew Ritchie. So Andrew, which is Chastity's Scott's teammate, good old Shervo Jones, is sitting there right behind, only 3 seconds back from him. And Dyson up the front in the first spot is still under a little bit of pressure, but it looks like he's pulling away a bit from Dyson's pulling away a bit from McFarlane here, which was a bit interesting.
Yeah, unless you keep an eye on the battle all the time, you don't know whether Dyson was able to pick up a toe off the lap car and make that draft fraction, but I think we should see Corey bring this gap back down this time round with no cars in between them.
Dave Baldock, it's AMD Ryzen 7 580X. So yeah, that's what the CPU is, just a question. And David Kirby, yeah, no Knoxhill, mate. I think Ben was a bit worried about going there first up. Wanted to see how well it raced before we took any series there. So that's the story of that one, David. Paul Young still chasing down Jamie. That's going to be an epic battle to the end. Logan Barnett's now putting pressure on Whiting, and Nathan Brown is chasing down Bradbury. So there's a few battles still around as we come into the last 4 laps of the race. Blake Boys, defending series champion, sitting back in third. He's 13 seconds off the pace. Got caught up in an incident in the International Horseshoe and missed his pit box. So a few things to test in the night, to keep it honest for him. And we might just have a quick look how Bradbury and Brown. So Brown, these two boys having a good fight. Of course, the old Peta's livery in OSR Devs used to look quite similar, so Nathan quite happy to have the green on the car now, so he looks a little bit different. Let's see if we can pull it up here in the turn 1. Surely we've got to give him commentator's curse at some stage, Mark.
He hasn't buckled yet, so it's well done, Nathan, at the moment. Like, we've thrown everything at him.
We'll go back up the front, that's what everyone really wants to see. Before we do that, jump on Scotty McHugh from HRS. He's in a good little battle pack here. Scotty's chasing down Troy Sipple and Josh Grage in front. Josh has fought his way back up to 23rd from the incident early on. And as we get into these dying laps, we'll go up where the action is. Jump up again with Dyson and McFarlane. And we have half a second separating 1 and 2. This is going to be an epic battle to the finish here, I think.
Corey's right there again. Corey's right on him again. So
yep.
I don't know that, I don't know that Corey wants to be the lead car at the moment.
I suppose if you're sitting in second, you've got to hope the guy in front's going to have some fuel.
Andrew hasn't had any fuel issues so far tonight, so I'm not expecting him towards the end.
No, well, he did have that later pit stop than everybody else. Just check that up there while we're talking about it. So you can see Andrew definitely went 20-20, where everyone else was going 19-19, so we only had to put in 2 laps less of fuel in that last stop. Of course, as we come into some lap traffic here, making it more interesting. So 0.1 of a second now. Of course, when you're doing 300 k's an hour, 0.1 of a second is a little bit of a distance. car these two have got a lap is Nathan Brown. Of course, we're not going to hear the end of it with Brownie being in the top 20.
We've still got three laps.
Last car in the lead lap is Nathan Brown, Dave. Check it out. So it would be interesting, like safety cars could change everything. Would have made things a bit different out there tonight. But it's also
Daytona doesn't throw out a lot of safety cars though. There's a lot of runoff everywhere.
true.
What I'm seeing at the battle up front is how good the exits are for Andrew. Corey's getting a little bit of a wiggle here and there, but Andrew's got the power, just the amount of throttle input perfectly right.
What do you do if you Corey? Just drop back, let him sit there, you know you can get the run on him.
I think if you can make the move now, you've got to take the chance. I'm sure Andrew's thinking, I've got what I want to be able to make the move on the last lap. So they're not giving the place away by any chance of the battle. Every millimetre.
Nothing in it, is it?
This is about as desperate as we've seen Corey trying to make a move now.
Driver coming out of there. Andrew getting pulled up inside. Nice clean driving there.
Corey got a great exit out of there this time.
The lead's going high early. Staying close. It's a nice overtake as we take the white flag. Frankie the flagman waves it out. Andrew takes the big dive on the inside. Is he going to get it pulled up? Looks like he is. Looks like we're on for an epic finish with these guys. A bit loose there from Andrew, first time I've seen that. Allowing Corey to get up the inside. Loose on acceleration for Corey as well. What a great spot to go too wide. Corey backs out.
This is the lap where you need the perfect exit out of the bus stop.
Yep. Corey's done it on him the last two times, so. Got a fair bit of confidence on the guys you're racing with. Andrew goes in. I'm not getting a good line, so he's not going to be quick. Defensive driving, to expect on the last lap, of course. And Phelan gets in front. He's got to pick that draft up, see if he can get a run. So here we come. And Corey McFarlane from 0.074 of a second from Dyson.
That was a great finish from Corey. He absolutely nailed that.
Oh, he's got to be happy with that one.
Andrew did everything right for the whole race except for with the bus stop on that last one. Corey really just nailed that 110%. Put his car in the perfect spot. And
There's a lot of pressure there from Andrew as well, trying to defend that. Like, you got to have a lot of faith in the guy beside you to not create the accident in that circumstance.
looks like Paul Young just got past Jamie Knight on the line. There's nothing, thousandth of a second in
Point,
that.
0.03 of a second. Yeah, we'll go there. We'll go to the replay on that one. Here we go. Oh. Nothing in that at all. That was a fair finish.
Big shout out to Jarrett Bailey, up 25 spots. That's a great drive. Plenty of good drive tonight, but that's a great drive from Jarrett. Andrew Ritchie up 7. Robbie Bradbury up 14. Reg James, another great drive, up 11. Brady Baldwin up 12.
That's fantastic. It's a fantastic driving by everybody there tonight.
Alrighty, well done tonight, guys.
As
Fantastic
you know,
racing out there. Thank you, everyone, for
the whole
getting out
whole
there.
group really, considering
Really good,
the amount of
racing
incidents
from
we
over
saw,
line.
there
Few
wasn't
incidents
really
that
anything
have been
untoward.
reported. I will be hanging out on the Discord for a little
Most of the
while.
boys really pulled it up
92R03,
nicely,
if you could
and
please
they got the
join
overtakes done
the,
cleanly, which is
broadcast
what you
channel
ask for in a
for
series like this.
interviews.
Yeah, absolutely. There was a couple of small errors here and there, which is to be expected when there's this much pressure racing going on. But other than that, there was, I think Christian Smart would probably be a bit annoyed with the hit he copped. That was a pretty big hit. But other than that, I think everybody had a pretty decent night.
Oh, I think so. And of course, got to give a big shout out to Nathan Brown in 16th.
Great drive from Nathan. We did everything we could to throw him off, but he didn't buckle.
No, he didn't buckle at all, which is quite scary. So the competition really is tight with McFarlane, Dyson, Wallboys in third. So he managed to get it home after the accident early on and overshooting his pit box. Delaney, Blake Delaney, Dengate in fifth. Another great drive from Harrison. Harrison's just becoming more and more consistent, which is good to see. Paul Young.
A drive mature above his age for Harrison. That's a great drive.
He's done very well. Youngie getting past Jamie McKnight by 0.003 of a second. Yeah, that's pretty impressive as well.
Yeah, Jamie, that put a big smile on Jamie's face.
Who else? We mentioned Jared Bailey, as we said, in 12th, up 25 spots. It's a great drive from Jared. Robbie Bradbury up 14 spots in 17th. It's another great drive from Robbie. And Brady Baldwin up 12 spots in 20th. So another one there. And just one for the PRA Banter Alliance, Emu Simsport boys. Reggie James was up 11 spots in 18th. So interesting evening, Nathan.
Yes, that was certainly a very eventful evening, and I can 100% understand why these boys join in to do this series. I know I wanted to sort of come along and just have talked a bit of smack to get us to where we were, but that was a very, very enjoyable race, that was.
Oh, mate, Dave Baldock absolutely loves you. Facebook has gone off tap.
I'll make sure for everyone. I'll make sure I'll have a rewatch of the stream and have a rewatch of your comments. And if you get a random comment from a bloke named Nathan Brown, then I've jumped on to help out still.
We might drag up. We might drag up our third place driver and have a chat to him. And actually, we're going to change our mind. We're going to go first place first.
Yeah, go on, let's go.
Corey, what a great drive, mate. That was an epic battle.
Yeah, congrats, Corey.
Cheers. That was bloody good fun in there at the end.
Oh, it was, I don't think between first and second all night, apart from during the fuel stops, there was a second separating everybody.
Yeah, and that was even up into the last stint. The racing at the front was incredibly clean. Apart from the one little messy thing with a few lapped cars, it was really good to have a clean race. And yeah, the fuel saving part was definitely. Well, I hadn't really planned any fuel strategy, so it was just take it as it came. And Andrew's fuel saving was incredible to go like another 2 laps on everyone. So
Yep.
that was bloody good of him.
It's almost like Benny stitched us up and deliberately made it so that we would almost run out of fuel.
Come on.
Yeah.
Cheeky you are, Benny, cheeky. I'm calling you out there.
He's been very very tough on the old on the old strategies this season, and he's done sort of the same thing in vets as well, which has added some more factors to the racing.
Yeah, sure has, and I can understand, and yeah, credit to you boys like you, Corey, and all the other boys up the front who are able to do those lap times and save. Like tonight was a big eye opener as to how much you boys actually do whilst you're driving and still trying to keep up that pace. Like I just got one word, and it's redonkulous.
Come on, Nathan, you commentated while you were driving as well.
Well, I can't fuel save, so I had to do something for the fans.
Big shout out. Anyone you want to give a shout out for, Corey?
Thank you to Send It Sim Sports again. Especially Daniel Weaver as well today, who's helping out everyone. Top bloke, and yeah, really appreciative of his. I don't know if I said that right, but very thankful of the work he put in tonight. As it wasn't racing, but yeah, he put in the time to help us out. So a big thank you to him. Hobbs Trenching and Boring, Precision Performance Setup Shop, Kenzie's Mini Earthworks, Sydney Computers, and Transform Media.
Well done to Corey. Your timing tonight was absolutely impeccable.
Yeah, I got the last few laps I was just doing a few runs to see what would work, and all of us boys at Send It, we were running a minimum wing setup, and I think that really paid off tonight. Especially in the last 2 laps, I knew I was able to get past him, and then he tried to balk me at the bus stop, which I expected, but yeah, I knew the low wing was pretty easy to get around.
Yeah, your exit out of the bus stop was perfect. Like we saw he tried to hold you up as much as possible, but you just timed your run perfectly. So congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no, it was a good drive, Corey, and very impressed, mate, with how you're going and how you're getting on with it all. So what we might do is we might drag up Andrew Dyson, our second place driver, and we'll have a chat to Andrew. Andrew, how you going, mate? Congratulations on second.
Hey guys, how you going? Yeah, thanks, man.
She looked like she was a tough gig out there tonight. Very difficult being the number one man with everyone in your slipstream.
Well, only for that last stint there with Corey, but for the most part, those first 2 stints, you're just kind of going through the motions, waiting to get to the last stint, so it wasn't too hectic. But yeah, I thought I'd try to do something different at the end there and win from the front, which is pretty well, impossible here, but there we go.
No, it was pretty entertaining for us guys to watch. Yeah, just congratulations on second place. Is anyone you want to give a shout out to, mate?
Yeah, for sure. All the guys at DPR Racing, Simrix.com, all the guys down there. Thanks so much. What else we got? Thanks, Smokers, Southwell, Lewis and Hoist, Max Mechanical, all those guys. And, yeah, thanks to all the dudes for putting the league on, and you guys for putting on the broadcast tonight. And great race to everybody out there too.
It was very entertaining.
Thanks, Andrew. Yeah, congratulations on second. Welcome to the series. You put on a great display tonight, and it was a nail-biting finish, as Daytona generally is. And it was a great battle to watch all night.
Yeah, I think it was good to be a part of it. Thanks again.
Oh, we've always got next week, and hopefully you'll be back for that and resume the battle with Corey and Blake, which will be what the fans want to see. And we might bring Blake in, speaking of Blake. Mr. Warboys, how you going, mate? Congratulations on your third place.
Thank you very much.
How'd you find that one tonight?
A bit of an eye-opener on fuel saving, that's for sure.
Fuel saving or stopping in pit boxes?
Shh, I thought no one saw that. Shut up.
Johnny misses nothing. Nothing.
It wasn't on the broadcast, but
No.
somebody spotted it.
Yeah, I was about to say I've got some of the best commentators going around in iRacing. So
Dang it. Dang
yeah.
it.
So how did you find the battling before that, mate? Was it enjoyable?
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah, it was great fun. The guys were really clean. It was good to be racing the guys up the front there. It was awesome fun. Struggled a little bit with some of the lap traffic. They probably just didn't know quite which way to go.
Yep.
But other than that, yeah, good race. Definitely think we've got to go to the drawing board a bit more with our setups.
Yep.
But other than that, it's great to have a competitive car like we do now, week in, week out. And you can see that with Nathan jumping in and doing as well as he did. Harrison with a 5th place.
Oh, just wait till you watch a broadcast. I'll just cut in there. Wait till you watch it. There was a few funny moments there. We're a little bit rusty. Go on, continue.
But yeah, it's great, and yeah, it's great to see how the series is growing with these bigger names jumping in as well, like Andrew and Corey.
Yep. No worries. And
Yeah, it was unfortunate you got tangled up in the back marker's accident. It kind of hit you for 6 and really affected your race going forward from there. But it's 3rd place, still a solid result.
Yeah, very happy. Like a podium, this quality field is nothing to sneeze at, so very happy.
Oh, that's good stuff, mate. Shout outs.
Obviously, Wodonga Carts and Parts and the whole team, all the boys and girls that tune in, week out. LGK Carts Australia, WK&P Race Engines, Kinetic Industries and Kinetic Motorsport. And then, yeah, looking forward to watching the brand new PC in all its glory when I get to watch the stream.
Well, yeah, the start's not the greatest. But we ironed out some bugs and we got it up and running. So, and I think Dave did comment that it was much better than what it has been, so which is good. Next week, boys, and I'll get some comments from you too, Corey, on this one. What are your thoughts on the Sonoma Cup historic doing 2 times 30 laps?
Myself, cannot wait. Love that track, and yeah, it should be good fun for a sprint race in a way.
Yeah, it's going to be something different. What about you, Blake? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, can't say I've done a lot of laps there, but to have another mix-up with the racing, to have a couple of sprint races, it should be good fun and some good battles.
Oh, that's good. And any last words from you, Nathan and Mark?
No, just another congratulations to the boys. They really turned it on again tonight. Looking forward to Sonoma. It should throw up some interesting racing, as it always does, and it's a tricky little track to get right. So I'm sure these front runners will master it pretty quickly. And yeah, looking forward to next week's race.
Can't wait.
Yeah, I reckon, and yeah, like in all seriousness, like all the boys here and the quality of this series, it's very, very good. It's been good fun to call it and still jump in, and it's great that you got the computer now, Johnny, and it's all going really, really well. But like it's to be out there and to be having like that much fun and pushing as hard as possible and having some good racing with them, like in the mid pack there, that was great fun. I got nothing more than that. It was just really, really good quality racing, and yeah, good stuff, Benny.
Oh, that's good. Yep, good stuff. Again, guys, it was entertaining to sit and watch from where I was. And I think we'll say goodnight there, and we'll see everybody in a week's time at Sonoma. So thanks for watching.